Today I'm going to be telling you my top 10 favorite rides at Magic Kingdom. Also, keep in mind that Jungle Cruise was closed and Tron wasn't open yet the day I went. I'm also going to be making a full review video of Magic Kingdom, so subscribe to stay tuned for that video. Alright, enough talking, here's number 10. Tron. I haven't ridden this, but from watching the on-ride POVs, it looks amazing. It would be at my number 2 spot on this list if I had ridden it when I was there. This looks like an outstanding launch coaster, and I'd highly recommend it. Carousel Progress. This is a pretty cool show. It's important to note that it's not actually a ride, but just do it. I'm not going to spoil what happens because it's a pretty good story and it's pretty interesting, but it is pretty cool. There's a reason they don't let you film in there, and it isn't a bad reason either. It's a small world. The music on this ride is catchy, but I can never tell which country is which, and it might just be because I was slow in the brain that day, but it's kind of fun, I guess. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I just had a terrible experience on this. I waited in line for 2.5 hours thinking this was the best ride in the entire park, and it sucked. Like, this is the worst coaster I've ever been on in my entire life, and it just makes me so angry to think about it. Don't ride this if you don't have to. The only reason it isn't at number 10 is because it's still a coaster. I guess the queue is pretty cool, but the ride is terrible. Under the Sea. The Journey of the Little Mermaid. Yes, I ranked a Disney princess ride ahead of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Anyway, although the name is long and all that, the ride is short but entertaining. The effects and music on this ride is really just great, and if you're a girl who grew up watching Disney movies, I definitely recommend this ride. Pirates of the Caribbean. This ride is a pretty nice drop at the beginning, and it honestly has cool animatronics throughout the ride. If you like Pirates of the Caribbean movies, this is where the idea came for the movies, and they've even updated it with Jack Sparrow animatronics. People Mover. This is not really a ride, but a train around Tomorrowland, and I love it. You go inside Space Mountain and see its lift hill, and it really just gives you a preview of everything in Tomorrowland. It's also a nice break from walking all day. There is also some great on-ride audio. Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion is a very entertaining ride to go on, and I'll admit that the effects of the characters in it are spot on. It isn't too scary, but I definitely recommend it, and it is the best dark ride in the park. That is if you don't count Space Mountain as a dark ride. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. This is the second best coaster in the park, and it's definitely worth riding. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but just know that it is very fun to ride. Space Mountain. This ride would probably be lower on the list if there wasn't the lights off aspect, but it is really fun. I was lucky enough to get a day ride and a night ride before the fireworks. Anyone in your family can ride this ride, and it is definitely worth using one of your Genie Plus line skips for this ride. That is if you have Genie Plus. The only problem I have with this ride is its capacity. When I got into nighttime, and it said it would be a 90-minute wait, but it ended up being 2 hours. However, don't let that one incident ruin it for you. There's a bunch of cool airtime hills on it. Well, not really airtime hills, but there's a bunch of random drops that you don't expect in the darkness. And there's a lot of cool turns. And I think I saw somewhere that you're only going 27 miles per hour on it. But in my mind, it felt like it was going 50 miles an hour. So, again, don't let the capacity ruin it for you. Just ride it. And that's all for Magic Kingdom. A full review of the park will be out next week, so I'd recommend subscribing because I'm a small channel and you won't be able to find that video. Anyway, see ya.